I was thinking before I go to bed, I was thinking back on the 2024 campaign. And, obviously the first half of 2024, it was just an endless cycle of news stories, uh, cable TV news segments, on and on and on and on and on and on and on about Joe Biden's health, physical and cognitive. And unfortunately, it's like all of that stuff came to fruition at the end of June with his debate with Donald Trump. And we all saw firsthand what we were dealing with. And then he dropped out. And then, now there's been a slew of books, like Jake Tapper's book, focusing on that stuff. And, fast forward a year later, I mean, all of those same media figures who covered that issue with Biden's health, cognitive and physical, this just endlessly. Where are they now on Trump? He's covering his hand with makeup all the time. It looked like he had an LVAD in his jacket a couple days ago. The cankles, the congestive heart failure. I mean, I just remember all of that shit that was going on the first 6 months of last year. All these cable news shows were having expert after expert after medical expert on talking about that stuff for Biden. I've seen almost zero coverage on this stuff with Trump. And I don't know if it's just a difference that, Trump obviously has more energy than Biden did. He gets around physically much better than Biden did. I think he's still playing golf. I don't know. I mean, it's September 7th. I don't know if he's still playing golf with those fucking cankles. The difference in coverage and the difference in media coverage of this has really been glaring, and I think it's been really inexcusable. And it also makes you wonder. It's like, Trump went after ABC for an interview that George Stephanopoulos did a year ago, March, and they bent the knee and paid him $16 million. And he went after CBS and 60 Minutes on a bullshit claim of deceptive editing of a Kamala Harris video. They paid him $16 or $20 million because they had a merger that they wanted to go through, Paramount and Skydance. And now Larry Ellis's son, who runs Skydance, is in talks to make Barry Weiss of the Free Press, who is just unabashedly pro-Israeli propagandist, he's going to put her in charge of CBS News. It's just fucking ridiculous that they're not covering his health more. And it's like all you got to do to get a glimpse into his cognitive, his mental health is listen to the guy speak for 5 minutes or look at his true social feed. You look at his true social feed and you're like, this person's mentally ill, or they have dementia, or both. Zero coverage. Zero coverage. And it's just such an abdication of like the actual duty of a free press to cover this stuff. And they've just abdicated that duty 100%. They're just giving up. They don't give a shit because they're just not going to do it. And you got to wonder how much of that is motivated by news organizations just not wanting to become a target for him and the people around him. They don't want to become a target. So they're just not going to say mean things about him. It's pathetic.